Welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and today it's Free Pattern Friday! Yay! Free Pattern Friday! I love Free Pattern Fridays. I've been retired for almost 10 years, almost 10 years, and I just have a blast on Free Pattern Friday. Okay, you know, it's all fun. When I'm thinking of stuff to do for Free Pattern Friday, I'm going, okay, let's go for fun. But first, let's get to our shout out. Our shout out this week, or this Friday, is for Julia Herman at Jaybird Quilts. Now, her stuff is outstanding and lovely and very modern. It's got beautiful crisp lines. It's wonderful. When you go check her out, her YouTube channel is going to be in the show notes below, along with the cutting instructions for our block called Arranged Meeting. You know, you're going to find all of those things. So when you check on her YouTube channel, you tell her Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you, right? Now, the other thing you're going to find in that channel is our Facebook group, where we're making use of the virtual sew dates. We're sharing pictures. We're doing fabric swaps. We're asking questions. We're having a great time over there in that Facebook group, and it's growing rapidly. The other thing you're going to find down there is the Zoom sew dates for people who aren't part of Facebook, that we can meet once a month and gather and just have a day of fun and laughter, and it's wonderful. It starts at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm in Alberta, Canada, and then it goes to the end of the year. Like, it'll go till 5 o'clock at night, but you'll find that Zoom sew date listed below in the show notes, as well as all the other fun things I tell you not to do, not to stress, not to worry, not to anything, right? So we also would like you to share, like, and subscribe with your friends. It would help us out so much so we can continue bringing you free content. So come on in. We got some fun sewing to do today. Okay, we're at the sewing machine. Now I have a bunch of half square triangles here that are going to fit in these holes. And I cut them with my easy angle ruler. I have given you the cutting instructions for them the traditional way, but if you got your easy angle ruler, you don't have to trim them down once you finish your half square triangle. You know, like, you don't have to trim it back down to a 3.5 inch square. So what I'm going to do is quickly run these through. Now, there's a story behind this block. My friend was from India, and she was in an arranged marriage. And she ended up loving her spouse very much. And on their wedding night, they agreed they were moving away to Canada, much to their parents' displeasure, and finding a new life for themselves. So this is kind of a nod to women that are in arranged marriages, but she loved him very much. And it's kind of a, you know, I guess it's kind of a sensitive topic, but this is my artistic interpretation of this block and what happens, right? So, you know, it's one of those quilt blocks that you kind of you're inspired to do something very different. And I thought, okay, this is what we're doing. We're doing this. So what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to cut my triangles apart, and some of them are grays, and they're pretty deep gray, and some of them are pink, right, to symbolize, you know, the male and the female, right? So there we go, and the last one, I'm just going to run this quick through, like so. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off that one dog ear before I even start finger pressing, because when you're doing with the easy angle triangle, you get one dog ear free, and I don't need to go back and cut it deeper or anything. I just go through this. Anyways, I hope this isn't offending anyone, but it's a nod to those relationships. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, when you're laying these out, this is where the layout gets tricky. We'll lay out the pink first. Now the pink goes this way. And I used white on white so you get a real strong contrast. And this way. This way. There we go. And this way. You always have the parents arranging the marriage, and sometimes the grandparents get involved with the arranged marriage, right? And then you have the groom or the groom-to-be, right? And you just mirror this image. And what it does is going to create, and then the parents. It's kind of like a Romeo and, oops, nope, I'm going the wrong way. Can't do that. Can't do that. And then the grandparents. So that's how this is arranged. I don't know if you get a clear, good shot of it. Right? But as soon as you got like this half, you can do the other half. Because basically it's mirrored images. Right? So, and there's a space. So this creates a lot of a visual like space in the block. Okay, so now let's get the, we're going to do this by webbing, and we're just flipping them over and grabbing them like that, flipping them over. There we go. Okay, here. Yeah, I've been playing around with this block for years. This is the first time I've ever put it into fabric. So I'm kind of, it is a lovely airy block, but I didn't want the, you know, it to be such a dark story. Now I'm just going to put all this back to make sure everything's lining up the way it should, right? Okay, so it does. So we'll take the next bit here, and oh yeah. Yeah, this is the first time I put this block. I've been kicking this idea around. I thought, nope, it's time to put it out. It, you know, sometimes an idea sits around for too long, and you got to work with it. Right? Okay. And the nice thing about this, you don't have to worry about a bunch of points. So anyway, it's white, because every second block is a solid white, or a low volume. In this case, it's like, you know, they're there's two different kinds of low volumes in here, but okay, now, and I'm going to be daring, and I'm just going to run with this, because I know I've sewed it right, and I have a good feeling about this. There. Here we go. I wish I had the ability, I don't know how to do where they put like the block out and then they show you what the block looks like in a repeating pattern. I don't know how to do that, and I wish I did, because I think that would help you guys see the same thing I see in my head, you know, when I think about repeating patterns and everything. But this is a cute little, this is a good scrap buster to, you know, just move out fabric too, right? But, yeah. Okay, let's get that little plug, because I ran out of leader ender projects. Okay. Now I'm going to open it up just to make sure that I haven't made a mistake, because that would be bad. Yes, that looks good. That everything's going the right way. So let's just get this piece I'll get rid of the board because sometimes it creates drag. Okay. Everything's going the right way. This is a nice 12.5-inch block, you know, and it's pretty simple to do. And I'm just going to push it so that there, the bulk at the corners from the half square triangle, like there's a half square triangle below here on the other side, right? So the bulk is pushed across the block instead of, you know, trying to figure out how to. There we go. So basically this block will go backwards and forward, and all these seams will twist if we want them to. Okay. Now, okay, now we're just gonna line this first one up. You take your time to line the first one up and the end up. Now, and then you make everything else fit, right? That's the beauty of sewing. Okay, so one. Now there's a triangle bit here and a triangle bit here. So you want to move this one that way and this one down this way, right, towards you, because then that reduces the bulk in the seam. There's no bulk then, right? And it creates a smoother, flatter block. Okay, and this goes the same way. There we go. I guess what I'm trying to say is half square triangle blocks go out, you know, and the plain ones go in, right? Just like that. Okay. Now, just one more seam. There. There we go. Okay, last row, and we make sure that everything's, yep, it's all going the right direction and everything. Yay! Okay, there we go. So now we line up that edge. Okay, and with the needle down, this is when you do your cutting, right? You cut it, pop all this open, and that's gonna go that way. Oh, my top thread broke. Well, what do you know? No, everything else is all sewn together. Okay, well, why did my top thread break? Must have been something silly. Oh well. Okay, we'll just, you know, we're either losing bobbin chicken or thread needles on all these now. And it's like, oops, no, I'm just gonna put something white underneath it so I can see the eye better. And there we go. Oh, come on. There you go. Sometimes that's all you need is the eye a little bit. Well, okay, I've got a full bobbin. Okay, well, obviously something went awry. We'll figure it out later. Okay, there we go. Okay, drag that bobbin thread up, get this all where I need it to be. There we go. Get this all lined up again. Okay, now all of this is cut. Now, and you only have to go really like one stitch over that seam with the needle down to take the next seam, take your time, line it up, you know, all that good stuff we're supposed to be doing. Okay. There. Okay. There we go. And we'll just trim off the excess thread here and run this through. So now you see the back, right? All of this went in. So you want to finger press it, give it a good finger press so that, you know, this, all of these, this square, the plain square goes in, because that's how it's going to lie the flattest, right? Your block is, you want your blocks nice and flat, so this is where you got what you got to do. Now, when it comes to this, because this tessellates, you can just pop those seams open and push your fabric. Oops, grab. You can just push your fabric that way, right? And that is going to help you also get a nice flat finish on the front, because that's what we're looking for, flat finishes. There's some people when they're doing blocks like this, or you know, there's certain blocks that they just, everything is sewn open, and if you're a sew open or a press open person, this, yeah, this is a block. This block will work pressed open too, where everything lies nice and flat. But if you're pressing open, you're pressing open also these, like on the half square triangle, so it's just a little more work, but it works. It does work. Okay, let's get to this ta-da moment. So this is our arranged meeting. It gives kind of a cute, fresh, modern look to, you know, this block with all the white on white backgrounds. And you do use up 2 colors. Now I was quite surprised how much fabric I did use. But when I take a piece of scrap out of my scrap bin, I cut the blocks, whatever I need, right? And then I cut the rest up into pantry size pieces. So I don't have block after block after block that I'm trying to use up this pink or this starry blue or gray. Yeah, grayish, kind of a bluey gray. It's cool gray, right? So anyways, I kicked this around for so long and I thought, no, I need to show you this one because I've been playing with this one for a while. Now, when you're putting these blocks together, if you were to make a quilt, you would rotate your blocks this way around. Now, I wish I knew how to show you how to do this, but you would create other secondary patterns depending on how you arrange these blocks, right? So I hope you try this when you have some fun with it. It came together really quickly, and if you have a bunch of half square triangles that you want to play with, or you know, learn how to use, or get your easy angle triangle out, because these cut in a heartbeat. I was ready to go. So until we meet again, I hope you have an amazing week ahead, and just everything in your life is wonderful. Okay, take care. Bye. My husband and I would love to thank you for all of the amazing people that we have met along this crazy YouTube adventure that we've been having. We do free speaking engagements too, so if you're part of a guild and they're looking for, you know, people to talk and, you know, and chat with, you know, in their monthly meetings, tell them that I'm doing free ones just to help the guilds out, because it's been a tough time for the guilds as well. You know, share, like, and subscribe with your friends. You know, make sure that they're, you know, they get the word out on us. That's the best way you can do to help us out. So until we meet again, I want to thank you. Okay, goodbye.